Okay, we're back because I fucked up and didn't put the mic on. But this is Loki's Lunacy in the Mountains. We're joined with a special guest, J Bomb from J Bomb and Putty Save the Planet.
That's me,
That's J Bomb, man.
saving the
Y'all,
planet every week.
y'all missed out on a hell of a lot, a bunch of stories. I might post the first part later, just so y'all can hear it. But for now, we're just going to talk about the upcoming event that's coming on tomorrow, and I expect to see a shit ton of people out there
I'm gonna be there.
because I'm busting my ass trying. If I have to, I'm going to walk to the mouth of the creek, and I don't walk that well, and it's a 7 or 8 mile fucking walk.
I live in Virginia, so me and 7 people are making a 3-hour trip up for this event. So yeah, I want to see people up there.
Yep. I've been sharing the freaking event all over my personal Facebook page. I shared it on Twitter before I got unceremoniously banned from Twitter. They don't like it when you call people a
What did
cunt.
you do?
They don't like it when you call people a cunt.
I don't know.
Yeah,
All the stuff people say on the internet, and you get in trouble for that.
yeah, I know. It's a term of
Wow.
endearment in Australia.
Yeah, I believe in Ireland it's the same.
Yeah,
I got a
in the
buddy.
UK
I got a
and
buddy
stuff.
that's
Yeah,
got friends, family live in Ireland.
I've got some good friends. They live down in Tasmania, and they call me a cunt all the time.
Yeah, it's more of a compliment. It's like calling you a buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing he calls me is a cobber, which is
A
also
what?
a cobber.
A cobber.
Yeah, it's also it's a Tasmanian term for friend.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I'd never heard it either. I always thought they just call people mates and cunts.
Yeah. It's all we learned from watching Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my god, man! I've seen pictures of their property down there in Tasmania.
Mm.
I would feel right at home there.
I'd love to go down there.
Oh my god, it looks just like the freaking Appalachians, dude.
Really.
Really, at least in the
That's
area they
cool.
live in.
Mm.
Oh my god, so freaking pretty. Freaking
That's
hill,
awesome.
mountains and shit on all sides of their property. I'd be like, I wouldn't have any freaking fears.
Yeah.
I went to Illinois after I got out of jail in 2009 for a live action survival horror game. It was called
Hmm.
Rising. It's like Resident Evil with Nerf guns.
Nice.
Yeah, fun game. Out of the group from West Virginia, um, I was the only survivor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when we got there, I was freaking out because there was no mountains. It was flatness
Yeah.
everywhere. I could see everything in all directions. Could see
Yeah.
allwhere. I did not like that one bit, and I'm thinking about moving to Michigan in a couple of years.
Well, see, that's the way I felt when I went to Louisiana, because Louisiana is completely flat. I love it down there, but it's just weird.
I got kinfolk down there too.
I love it down there.
I've got two cousins. I've got a Higginbotham cousin down in Baton Rouge, and I've got a cousin from my dad's side of the family in Nolens.
Nice.
And
I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. That's one hell of a party, dude.
the one that lives in Nolens, she's the reason I'm a punk rock kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my youth, she instilled the sense of rebellion.
Nice.
Yeah, she had me listening to Bikini Kill and the Clash and the Ramones and all that shit growing up. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
got my kid listening to. I got her listening to ICP. I got her listening to um, all the local guys. I got she. Have you heard? Shit, their name escapes me. It's the tip of my fucking tongue. The Big Bad.
Hmm.
You've not listened to the Big Bad? I'll have to hook you up with some of their music in a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten their permission yet to play their stuff on the show yet.
Uh,
But She had the most massive crush on their lead singer. Good friend of mine, a guy by the name of Zach Basham. Hell of a dude. He's cool as hell. They're a horror punk band.
Mm-hmm.
They're freaking awesome. They play all over the place. They go to you ever heard of Horror Hound Weekend?
I think so.
Out in Illinois and stuff. They're
Mm-hmm.
regulars out there.
Nice.
Yeah, they've gotten a bunch of people to come down here to play. Actually, they've gotten uh, Black Cat. They're a punk group from up Canada.
Mm.
They've come down and played in Charleston. They've played in Morgantown. I think they've even gotten them to play in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. I love the local music scene. I mean, a lot of people don't give local music a chance. And the thing is, if you sit back and listen to a lot of it, you'd like it more than a lot of the mainstream stuff.
That's what most people don't understand is that all those mainstream dudes, they started off local.
Yeah.
You know,
Every band started out as a local band.
like Korn, they were freaking Bakersfield local band. Metallica, Bay Area local band. You know,
Slipknot in Iowa. Yeah.
You know, freaking Lamb of God there in Virginia.
I love Lamb of God.
A local band from here actually had a chance to open for Lamb of God back in the early 2000s,
Huh?
but their singer passed on the chance.
Really?
Yeah, and that was the worst decision that Chad ever made.
Well, it's like my best friend Travis, his band Sever the Wicked.
Mhm.
They played Middle of the Mountains 2 years ago. Got to play the same day as Mushroom Head.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a great show.
It's like one of the tattoos that I've got on my forearm is from a local band that's no longer in existence. But the band was called 6 Inch Voices.
Hmm.
They were rocking freaking metal group out of St. Albans, man. And
Honestly, one of my favorite local metal bands is up your way.
mhm.
I love Saprogen.
Yeah, I know the guys in Saprogen.
Yeah, they're all good, really cool guys, awesome guys, and
They
those guys when they come out, they want to have fun.
Yeah, I used to run the town center mall with a lot of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The last time I got to watch Saprogen play was actually down here in Virginia. It was at Withville, at a place called the Heim.
Brian Williams is in Saprogen, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. We call
Yeah.
him Weasel.
Yeah, Weasel. Yeah, I love Weasel.
Weasel's shit.
He makes me feel tall.
Yeah.
He's a little dude.
I always feel tall when I'm around everybody except for freaking Blackbeard.
Yeah. Well, Blackbeard makes everybody feel short.
He doesn't want to believe me that I know a dude on Twitter who's taller than him.
Really?
Yeah, this motherfucker's over 7 foot.
God.
Yeah.
I'm 5'5", so every time I get next to Blackbeard, like I'm hurting my neck to look at him.
Right.
And when he actually, I was at a show at the Parrot, and he was in a wheelchair that day, and I finally walked up to him, and I was like, okay, I can have a conversation to you now because now I'm a little taller than you. And then he stood up, and I was like, sit back in the fucking chair. Sit back down.
Hell yeah.
That day he brought me a giant lollipop and wanted me to sing the Lollipop Guild song.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. But me just being the dick I am, I actually sang it just to shove it right back in his face. I did the dance and everything.
There was a girl I went to school with in Dunbar Junior High and South Charleston High School that I call her. She's my friend Amy, and I call her the near hobbit.
Mm.
She's almost a midget
Mm.
because the cutoff for being a midget is 4'10".
Yeah.
She's 4'11".
Nice.
Yeah. So.
And my youngest sister, is actually legally a midget. She has chondroplasia, which is a type of dwarfism,
Right.
and she's 28 years old, and she's 4'8".
Damn.
Yeah.
She could ride on my shoulder.
My 5-year-old's almost taller than her
My
already.
My 12-year-old comes up to my shoulders. So
Tall girl.
yeah, she tells me all the time. Said you're gonna be a giant because her grandmother on her mom's side is 6 foot, and I'm 6'2". And
Big family.
Tall people in my family. I'm the tallest in my family currently, but she's just now puberty hitting and stuff, so she's still growing.
Yeah, she's going to sprout up even more, yeah. She may end up taller than you.
I know. She tells me all the time, Dad, I don't want to be a giant. Too bad, it's in the genes.
And my daughter comes up to me all the time and says, Daddy, I'm getting taller. One day I'll be as tall as you. I said, honey, that's not saying much.
Shit, back when I was 13, my mom came to take me out of school because we were moving to Putnam County. And she got stopped in the classroom or in the hallway by a teacher because they thought she was a student.
Nice.
Yeah. If I shave my beard off, I get carded for everything, man.
Really?
Yeah, we got the freaking young faces, man.
Yeah, I have that problem too. That's why I don't shave anymore.
I gotta get a trim though, cause I'm turning into a literal neck beard, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it getting down that far.
That's no, is I've got the hair on the beard hair on my neck is slightly longer than the hair on my chin, and that's irritating me.
Yeah, that starts to itch.
Yeah, so I gotta get that trimmed up. And I can't do
Well,
it
like I did the no shave November thing. I do it every November.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, by the time November was over, I couldn't wait to shave. I was itchy as hell.
Well, I'm usually bearded all year round. The only time I shave off my beard is if I'm requested to for doing a wedding. I've actually got a wedding to do on the 21st, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, another one of my mall rat friends. She's
Nice.
getting hitched. Or hand fasted.
May God have mercy on her soul.
Oh, this is her second marriage, I think.
I've been married once, and it didn't work out. I'm not doing that shit again.
Where I'm on SSI, it's not financially viable for me to get married again.
There you go, yeah.
You know? And
Now, me, I got 3 kids, and after my third one was born, I got fixed, so I don't really need to get married anymore.
Exactly. Oh, man. All right, we're going to get some music going, and then we'll have some more stories.
All right.
All right.
What kind of music you got?
All right, first up is actually my buddy's band down there in Virginia, Chupacabra.
Okay.
And this song is called Days in the Life. It's one of my favorites. Actually, I like all their songs, but here we go.
Sweet.
I got to bring the mic down for you so you can hear it better. Come on, YouTube. Stop being a cunt.
Yo, Matt's gonna pick me up, we're gonna take a little ride. Just like stars are fucking going out tonight. Tell me your dreams, I'll fucking tell you a little lie. Now that I got you here, let's go stop these chicken every time. Woo! Let's go! Ain't it amazing how these fucking pieces fucking fit? Give me a reason to exist. Now that I
again? Shut up, YouTube. Stop being a whore.
Yo, Matt's gonna pick me up. We're gonna take a little ride. Just like stars are fucking going out tonight. Tell me your
mind
dreams,
of
I'll
its
fucking take a little ride. Now that I got you here,
Stop
let's go stop.
playing. Finally. Tonight is the technical difficulties episode. Stupid.
Hey, they happen, dude.
And it started playing it again. What the fuck? Oh man.
I've learned doing enough of these podcasts that technical difficulties are a normal thing doing podcasts.
Right? Oh man. Anyways, that was Chupacabra, everybody.
Pretty good classic kind of punk sound.
Yeah. They're actually in search of a bass player right now. And so
Oh, yeah?
is I'm gonna butcher their name. Blodrin?
Bloodrin.
Oh, they got that freaking little weird
I love
freaking,
Bloodrin.
they got a weird freaking symbol in their O, and that is a pronunciation
Yeah.
thing. You know, so it would
Yeah,
be like
I love
Bloodrin.
that band. Those guys are great.
Yeah, they're in the search for a freaking bassist too, aren't they?
Yeah, I seen Ox post something about that, looking for a bass player.
Yeah, I shared something earlier.
If you've ever checked out Bloodrin, dude, they are just brutal badasses.
Yeah, I've listened to some of their stuff that's been shared. Actually, I got a
Ox can shred on guitar, and Norman on vocals. Norman does great. Man, they're a damn good band.
oh yeah, I have to see about getting them put on the show.
Yeah, just hit up Ox. I'm sure Ox would be fine with it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Ox is a big old giant baby anyway. He's a big sweetheart.
Yeah, whenever I shared the post they made about looking for a bassist, I tagged two of my friends who aren't in MAD that are down there in Virginia, my doppelganger and my friend Jeff Eisen, asking them if either one of them knew of any bassists looking for a band. Doppelganger, he pops on there, and he says not right offhand. And then their singer, a guy by the name of Tim, he pops on there with a bunch of emojis with his hands raised, like he knew somebody that was looking for that was looking for a band. And I told him we'll go send it out and check them out. And then he replies back to me and says, "Oh, I read that wrong. I was talking about how we're looking for a bassist."
Oh.
Yeah. Doppelganger says, "Don't mind Tim's. Tim's can't read the words wells."
You know, if you do play bass and you want to be a part of a very kick-ass band, Bloodrin's where it's at.
Mm-hmm. If you're more of a punky bass player, go check out Chupacabra.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
I'm actually trying to get Chupacabra to come up and play a show or two up here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because Shane and Joe and our Creature and Prospect are they said that if I could get them up here, they'd be interested in playing a show with them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because their styles of music really mesh.
Yeah. Abandoning the Ship definitely has that same kind of style.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, that's who's next up is Abandoning the Ship.
My boy Creature.
Yeah, next up we've got Cry Wilderness. Let's hope it doesn't fuck up nearly as bad as when I played Chupacabra.
Better get it together, YouTube. Get it together.
Stop being a dick, YouTube.
Your father is in great danger, Paul.
Allowed to see his eye, you're not allowed to speak his name. Not allowed to see his eye, you're not allowed to speak his name. Never cry me with this old head on.
I got it to stop playing.
My buddy Creature.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy.
Me too. We've known each other since we were 13. He actually got me into playing Magic the Gathering.
Hell in the Hills was the first time I ever even met him.
Mm-hmm.
And my dog's trying to just destroy everything.
It happens.
But
That's their job.
But yeah, Hell in the Hills was the first time I met Creature, and until then, all I'd heard was a lot of hype from like Lulu and Skinner about how cool he was, and I was like, okay, this has got to be something just crazy. This guy can't be this damn cool. And then I met him at Hell in the Hills, and I was like, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he gave me my first Magic the Gathering deck. It was a black and red deck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great dude. I like him.
Yeah, Ghoul
Hey, man,
actually is my kinfolk, actually.
Oh really?
On my mom's side. On my mom's side. Her grandmother was a Higginbotham. Her grandmother was my great uncle's cousin.
Nice. Yeah, she's cool as hell too. I love Ghoul.
Yeah.
I don't know what is up with my dog, but he's going nuts right now. He's like running circles in my living room and then running into my room and jumping on the bed and then going back to the living room.
It's the Babadook.
I'm guessing he probably seen a raccoon or something outside, got him hyped up.
More than likely.
Because when he goes outside, he's on a chain, so he just gets worked up over shit like that.
That's how it goes.
I can't let him off his chain. He wants to run away on me every time. He likes to explore.
I got handed a freaking puppy about this time last year, and where I go out and I'm gone for a couple of days when I go out for shows and stuff,
Uh-huh.
I just wasn't home enough to have a dog, so I gave him to my cousin.
What kind of dog is it?
He was a pit bull mixed with some kind of terrier, I think. Beautiful dog. Thing is,
And my dog, I don't know if you've seen pictures of my dog. He's a full-blood red-nosed pit. He's about to be 3 years old, and he's already over 100 pounds. But he's a giant kid.
hell yeah.
Him and my 2-year-old are best friends.
Only pets that I have right now, I've got a juvenile snapping turtle named Bowser.
Nice. Perfect name, too.
Yeah. My girlfriend actually named him that. Named him Bowser.
Nice.
And a freaking tree frog somehow got into my apartment right before it got cold out, and he couldn't go back outside because he would freeze to death.
Yeah.
So I ended up snagging him and putting him in the tank where Bowser's at, hibernating. Bowser's passed the fuck out for the winter.
Yeah.
And he's just chilling in there, hangs out on the freaking top of the divider that separates the land part from the pond part.
Mm.
And I couldn't come up with a name for him. And my girl's like, call him Potato. So it's Potato the tree
Potato.
frog.
Well, all I got the pit bull, and then I have a saltwater fish tank. I got 2 clownfish in there because my kids begged for a Nemo, so I got them 2. And I got a nice 2-foot long snowflake eel in there. That's just badass.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love my eel.
I'm hoping to get a snake after I move.
Snakes are awesome. I used to do reptile rescues years ago, and at one point, it was before I met my ex-wife, before I had any kids. And at that point, I had at least 20 different kinds of snakes in my house.
Nice.
Needless to say, my mom would never come visit.
Yeah, that's what my mom said too. If I get a snake, she's never coming over. And I'm like, well, Mom, you never come over now, so what's the difference?
There you go.
You know?
No, I had my favorite was she was 10 feet, she was 55 pounds, red-tailed boa.
Mm.
And the biggest sweetheart I've ever seen. She wouldn't even eat live rats. You had to kill the rat. She was scared to death of rats.
Oh wow. So,
Like you put a live rat in her cage, and she goes and hides from it.
I want a lavender king snake or lavender corn snake, one of the two.
Nice.
They've got these brilliant lavender scales, and then they got bands of dark purple.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. Purple's my favorite color.
I used to have a chain king. They're really pretty. They're black and white with like a gold belly. And then I had a Okatee corn snake. She was 5.5 feet long, and she was like a bright red with orange and yellow mixed in. Beautiful snake.
Right on.
I love that stuff.
Have you've heard Abandon the Ship songs Bottom Feeder, right?
If they played it at Hell in the Hills, then yes.
Bottom Feeder is the one where Creature is going, ooh, and Joe is singing.
Yeah.
Well, I have a special treat that's going to be a feature on the podcast until Joe decides he doesn't want to freaking send me any more songs. He's got a bunch of songs that he's written and he does by himself, and Bottom Feeder was originally one of them.
Huh.
And he used to have his version up on his personal Facebook, on his personal YouTube page, but now he has almost all of them unlisted. So I can't go back and find them anymore and jam to them. We started at Ghoul's suggestion. I'm starting a new segment called Acrylic Drops.
Nice.
Because he goes by Acrylic Joe on Facebook, and he's got his Acrylic Pours channel he does on YouTube and all that stuff. But the thing he wants me to plug for him tonight on the show is his zine. The Happy... I'm going to fuck up the name on it. I guarantee it. I know it's Happy Tree Cult, I think. If it's
I've
wrong,
heard him talk about his zine a lot because he's on our visual artist chat, and he talks about the zine a lot.
Yeah, he made an advertisement for my show that's going to be in the next issue of his zine, and he took my image that I've got on my Facebook page, shrunk it down, condensed it, and put a QR code on there with the Anchor.fm information in the QR code.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, Creature shared it, and then I shared it, and then Joe shared it.
Yeah, I think I've seen that today, I believe.
Yeah, he just did it about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna pop a link in the description down there for all the songs that are getting played, minus the Bottom Feeder one because that's a special little jewel for you guys. But this here is Joe's version of Bottom Feeder.
Swimming with the fishes, would somebody please rescue me? Shackled down and I'm bound down, would somebody please rescue me? Ships and pirates, would somebody please rescue me? Way down in the water I go swimming with the fishes, would somebody please rescue me? Could somebody please rescue me?
Well, that was the original version of Bottom Feeder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more slowed down, kind of got more of a old school like Nirvana vibe to it.
That's what I was picking up with it too. I was hearing a lot of Nirvana vibe with it. So yeah, pretty good. I like it.
Trying to limit the. I've got one song for just about every band that has said they want me to feature their stuff on here. I'm gonna let you pick the next song we played. All right.
Okay.
We've got Johnny Compton. Have you ever met Johnny?
Yes.
Yeah. Great guy. I won the freaking signed guitar at the freaking benefit.
Yeah, I saw that you won the guitar.
I'm a drummer.
Yeah, but you got a JMFC special.
Yeah. I'm actually holding on to it for whenever my girlfriend's son gets a little bit older. I'm gonna give it to him because he's got him a little baby guitar. He's I think he's 6. He's trying to learn to play the guitar. If he keeps it up, I'm gonna give it to him.
You never start too early.
Exactly. All right, we got Johnny Compton. We got Parasite by Johnny Compton. We've got the Renfields, Machete A Go-Go. We've got Back to Back by Hangman's Ghost. West Virginia Clay by my buddy Jody Herndon. Wicked by Murder Maiden. Or the Jasons, I Want to Be an Asshole.
Nice. I'm stuck between Hangman and Murder Maiden because I love Back to Back. That's MAD's pretty much our theme song.
Right.
But Murder Maiden is that's 2 of my crew members right there. That's 2 OD members. But since tomorrow is the toy drive, I'm gonna go with Hangman.
All right. We'll get to Murder Maiden though.
I love it.
I was just letting you
Murder
decide
Maiden.
the order of business on the next couple songs.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Sweet.
Who we guys got? We got Hangman's Ghost Back to Back. This was from the Bakery at on March 17th, 2018.
I was there.
You were? Awesome.
I was. I'm actually in the video for that. I'm up front.
Nice. All right, YouTube. Start playing anytime now.
Unreliable ass YouTube.
Spinny ass circle.
Brotherhood and family.
There we
That's
go.
why we're here today. Stand
good one.
It is. Gets stuck in my head
It's a
every
good
once in a
band.
while. Yeah, man. If y'all haven't seen Hangman's Ghost live, you need to get your asses down to the freaking toy show tomorrow, because they're gonna melt your
Yes.
fucking faces off. Like,
Oh yeah,
for real.
they always do. Between Back to Back and Muddy Waters, that's just two damn good songs.
Oh yeah, I sent I sent Muddy Waters to a friend of mine on Twitter before I got unceremoniously removed, and actually I sent him a crapload of local stuff, and he's from San Dimas, California, so I've gotten a bunch of local stuff all the way across the country.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I got Abandon the Ship played on one of my favorite talk shows on Twitch. It's
Really?
a show called The Late Night Saints.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some really cool freaking dudes. They do their show on Wednesday nights and Friday nights, but for some reason Twitch hates me, so I'm never able to watch their show live anymore, and it pisses me off. But one of the guys, he goes by the name of the Wizard of Calls on YouTube. His name's Nick Goroff. I pre-ordered his book. He just wrote his first book called The Laughing Scoundrel.
Nice.
And since I pre-ordered it, I got a personalized signed copy. And he went live on Twitch a few days ago signing the books. And just before I logged off for the night, he'd gotten to mine, and he made some freaking weird ass fake biblical quote to put in there for mine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
if you like dry wit and stuff like that, the Wizard of Calls' channel is freaking great.
Uh-huh.
He just started a new series on Frank Herbert's Dune.
Nice.
Yeah, because there's a new Dune movie being made, apparently.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be closer to the books. I haven't tried to read the books because, fuck, there's 7 of them and they're massive. They're
Really?
super thick, man. So I'm just gonna watch the movie and be done with it.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, my food is here, finally.
Woohoo! Yay for food. What you munching on? While you take you a couple bites of food, I'm gonna hit me a bowl of cereal real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to get my chili on here.
Hell yeah. Well, while you get a couple bites of food in, I'm gonna play 2 more songs. I'm gonna play one by my buddy Jody, and then I'm gonna play some Murder Maiden immediately after that.
Sounds like a plan to me, man.
This here is West Virginia Clay by Jody Herndon.
Sweet.
Soon decides to play.
The day he joined the Confederate Army, just barely old enough to fight, he left his home in North Carolina on a cool September night.
for a rifle, neither powder nor a ball, just a flag he would carry, swore he'd never let it fall. Now that home in North Carolina surely feels so far away, now that he lays forever silent in that cold West Virginia clay. Sang a song, they were marching while their boots kept perfect time. Hear the sound of distant cannon echo down the mountainside. Got no conscience, they can strike down any man. And when his soul flew on to Jesus, there were no blood stains on his hands. Now that home in North Carolina surely feels so far away, now that he lay forever silent in that cold West Virginia clay. Will remain forever silent in that cold West Virginia place.
While we're waiting, this is Sloth, in case you didn't know. Behind me is the beautiful Sinister on the skins. We have Nefarious. Miss Slaughter. And I am Malice, and it's nice to be out here with all you guys.
There we had Jody Herndon's with West Virginia Clay and Murder Maiden with Wicked. How's the chili?
Can you hear me now? I had you muted. But yeah, the chili's awesome. But that first song you played, that's the first time I ever heard that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he does folk music kind of stuff, and another song I got by him that's on my playlist is I've got two of his covers, and another song he's got two covers. He's got one called Outfit, and then Won't Go Home by Old 97s. Yeah, those are really good covers. And then he has another
and then,
song.
Of course, the Murder Maiden was just awesome anyway.
Yeah, I just wish I could get better audio.
Yeah, I got one of their CDs here.
Hell yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna
all the time.
pick one of them up at the freaking show last weekend, but I didn't have enough money.
Yeah, I bought their CD. Shoot, I can't even remember how long ago it was, but yeah, we jammed to that here at the house all the time.
Hell yeah.
My daughter loves her Aunt Mindy.
If I got the CD, my daughter would claimed it too.
You wouldn't get to play it anyway, she'd have it.
And it'd drive my mom nuts. My mom, she was mad as hell when her boyfriend introduced me to Marilyn Manson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he introduced me to Marilyn Manson and Korn.
Nice.
She hated it. She didn't like the fact she couldn't stand that one of my favorite songs when I was 13 was Antichrist Superstar and stuff like that. My buddy Philip. Yeah.
My dad's a big holy roller, highly religious person, so he hates metal. And his brother actually got me into metal when I was about 4 years old.
Nice.
I got started very early, come back home to dad's and I'm wanting to listen to Sepultura and Fear Factory and Metallica and Megadeth, and my dad's ready to kill his brother.
I see. Growing up, I was listening to Metallica. I was like in kindergarten. I was listening to Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Poison, Alice Cooper, and all that stuff.
Nice.
So, and that's the stuff my mom let me listen to, because she was listening to it. So I don't know how she had a big freaking hullabaloo over Marilyn Manson, because he's my generation's Alice Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hate towards Manson when he first came out.
Totally unfounded too, man. Have you ever watched any of his interviews and stuff? He is
a
well-spoken dude.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking put Bill O'Reilly in his place.
It's all theatrical,
Yeah.
Anybody takes it seriously, needs to get their head examined. It's a show.
Yeah.
It's like watching a horror movie. You're not going to go and do that shit.
Exactly. Unless it's a pedophile, in which case I wholly recommend killing your local pedophile.
Oh, I agree. If you need help, give me a call.
Shoot, back whenever I was on Twitter, man, that's what I did on Twitter, was hunt pedophiles.
Nice.
Because they have, Tumblr, last summer, Tumblr got rid of every pedophile account on Tumblr. They shut down.
Oh yeah.
They shut down all pornographic materials on Tumblr.
Nice.
So once that happened, all of them jumped ship off of Tumblr and went to Twitter.
Mm.
And they're trying to jump ship onto the LGBT acceptance train, and they call themselves MAPS, or No Maps. And the MAP acronym stands for Minor Attracted Person, and No Map stands for Non-Contact Minor Attracted Person.
What the hell?
Uh-huh.
I got 3 kids. I will slit somebody's throat.
So my friend who lives down in Tasmania, she's part Maori,
Mhm.
and she told me a few years ago that I was a white member of the tribe.
Nice.
Yeah, because for some reason, whenever I see a pedophile, cannibalism just springs to mind.
There you go.
You know, because if there's no corpse, there's no crime.
Yeah, and that's the best use for them.
Yeah, I mean, you eat the pedophile and then you turn them into the shit which they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Poetic as hell.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw the story, but well, you wouldn't have seen the story because you're down there in Virginia, but CPS really dropped the ball up here a couple years ago. They the Gazette posted a story today about a woman, a 22-year-old woman who's currently suing CPS because they put her back into the care of her biological father, and a few months after they put her into the care with him, he got her pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm like,
That's the
wait.
kind of shit that scares me nowadays, man. You can't tell with people anymore.
I've
There's a lot of crazy-ass psychos out there.
My daughter, she's not allowed to have a Facebook page. She's not allowed to have an online presence at all because she's autistic, like I am, and she doesn't know a stranger.
Yeah.
You know, she wants to talk to everybody. She thinks everybody is her friend. You know, it's like you can meet my daughter tomorrow, J-Bomb, and she would ask you what your favorite thing is, and then she'd draw you a picture of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's a people person. But
Yeah.
it's hard to explain to kids that some people are evil.
Well, a few years ago when she was in elementary school still, she's a middle schooler now. Scary shit. She was on my ex-wife's Xbox Live account at my mom's house because that was how she was able to play online Minecraft and stuff. Well, she had been messaging some 19-year-old dude in freaking Michigan and gave him the address to her school.
Whoa.
Yep. She lost all internet privileges for like 3 months. She lost her tablet, all of her electronics for 3 months.
Can't blame you.
Daddy had to come down and explain to her that the internet is not a safe place.
No, it's not.
And she tried to tell me that that she only plays Roblox now, and that's because only kids can get on there. And I told her, I said, Bug, no, Daddy can get on Roblox right now.
Yeah.
She says, no, you can't. You're too old. So I went and I made a Roblox account right in front of her and showed her all I had to do was lie about my age.
Yep. There's a lot of sick people out there. I'm glad my kids ain't at that age yet where they're asking for, to be online or social media or any of that shit.
Yeah.
Because when they do, I'm going to tell them hell no.
It's like, I don't have to worry about boyfriends or anything because Ashlyn's gay. You know? So, we already had the sex talk and everything.
Right.
So, we got that all down, taken care of. She just had her first breakup recently, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was dating my friend's daughter, the one I'm performing the hand fasting for, actually.
Mhm.
And when they broke up, I called and talked to her this morning or today about it. And she says, "Honestly, Dad, I was expecting it." And I said, "Well, Bug, do you understand now the need for communication in a relationship?" Because she wouldn't call and talk to her. She was like, the only way I can talk to her is on Facebook, and Mom, I don't have my own phone, and I can't do this, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, there's always a workaround, Bug.
Yeah.
You can figure it out. She's like, yeah, well, I'm not too upset, but we're still going to be friends, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
She's young. She'll get her heart broken a million times.
Yep.
That's actually what me and Putty talked about on our podcast that's coming up tomorrow.
Oh, really? Heartbreak?
Yeah. Yeah, we got into, well, Putty got into the dating scene and all this. And all of a sudden it just took off, and we had a whole damn episode about it.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I think we agreed that the title of the episode is going to be called Love Stinks.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and the naming convention for this episode is like the last ones have been Star Wars puns. This is episode 3, The Revenge of the Shit.
Episode 3, and what do you call it?
Episode 3, The Revenge of the Shit.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to do a song from the Ramones. Then we'll do, or from the Renfields. I don't know why I know why I said the Ramones, because I was looking at their song, the Ramones Zombie Massacre. And then we'll do Jody Herndon, and we'll finish the podcast out with Muddy Waters.
Nice.
Alright. I'll let you pick the Renfield song. We've got Ramones Zombie Massacre, the Transylvania Fight Song, or Machete A Go-Go.
Go Machete A Go-Go.
Alright. Okay. It's a short song. It's really poppy. Really, it's got that pop punk. They're a pop punk band, but it's really good. Alright. Machete A Go-Go time, guys.
Sweet.
Yeah. Total of a
So-
minute and 30 seconds.
Puts me in mind of the Jasons.
I know, but the Jasons, they're a bunch of assholes.
I saw the Jasons play this past summer up in Salem,
Oh, really?
and yeah, they wasn't too social.
Yeah,
they
they're-
kind of just did their thing and was out.
Yeah, I found a video of them at a Misfits tribute show. I shared it in the Mad Chat. I don't know if you got to see it or not, but it's a Misfits tribute show, and they did Misfits songs, but in the style of the Ramones.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was funny as hell, man. The last mosh pit that I was ever in was at the Glass down in Charleston, and the Big Bad were playing, and it was in the Renfields, and it was the last show in Charleston for Blitzkid, and I got into the. My girlfriend at the time told me I was not allowed to start a mosh pit during the Renfield show. And we went with my buddy James, who is a little bit taller than I am, and a bit broader than I am. And I was told I'm not allowed to start a mosh pit. But what she didn't say was I was not allowed to participate in a mosh pit if one started.
Yeah.
One started, and this skinny little twig freaking hipster guy got into the pit and got bounced between myself, my friend James, back into me, back into my friend James once more, back into me again, and then when he bounced off of me that time, he landed into the stage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and broke his knee.
Broke his what?
Broke his knee.
Oh shit.
Yeah. After the Renfields got off, Vincent, their singer, comes over and shakes mine and James's hand and says, "Dudes, that's the most brutal mosh pit we've had ever."
Nice.
Yeah, it was epic. Okay, I'll do.
I'm a little guy, so I don't get in the pit.
Back in the early 2000s, when I first was in the music scene and stuff, I went to the Brick House down in St. Albans, and my friend's band, 6 Inch Voices, was playing. And a different friend, James, this one's James Wojcicki, equally as tall, just blonde hair instead of mohawk. And we're in the pit, and I get knocked to the ground, and I'm just laying on the ground in the middle of the mosh pit. My buddy James grabs my arms, and the bouncer grabs my legs, picks me up, and freaking heave-ho slings me into the pit. I took out like 6 people.
My God.
Yeah, I went from a floor mat to a missile.
It's projectile Loki.
Exactly, man. That was nuts.
Nice.
Instead of Jody, I'm gonna play another one by Chupacabra, because this song is a fucking earworm, and I want to get it stuck in your head.
Alright.
And I think you'll dig it. The song is called Drunk Encounters.
Nice.
I have to mute my freaking audio, or I'm gonna sing along to the song.
I'm punching this bitch down. One of 4 too many, let me land on the ground. Stumbled at the front door, my town is almost gone. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Or is it just a rum? 2 pictures of the cheap shit, and then I drank a stout. Now I see the aliens Trump always talks about. Seeing shit flying, little screaming in the air. I think we're being invaded, or is it really there? The world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, and I'm drinking that shit. It's coming full throttle.
Stupid
The
YouTube.
world is in my bottle. I'm drinking till I waddle and it's getting me, bitch. Singing like malaria, causing mass hysteria all across the area. People getting crazier. The world is getting scarier. No way to prepare you. It's falling down and giving me bitch. Running out the front door, can't make it to my car. Gravity is winning, the car is way too far. I'm feeling something in me, I'm feeling that shit swerve. I screwed up with that eye shot, I think I drank the word. I'm not sure what's happening, I think I drank too much. I blame that for the visions, or is that just a crutch? People staring at me, or is that really them? I staggered through the parking lot, chased by little Kim. The world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, and I'm drinking that shit. It's coming full throttle, the world is in my bottle, I'm drinking till I waddle, and it's giving me fits. Singing like malaria, causing mass hysteria all across the area. People getting crazier, the world is getting scarier. No way to prepare you, it's falling down and going down and going, going, going. The world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, the world is in my bottle, and I'm drinking that shit. It's coming full throttle, the world is in my bottle, I'm falling down and giving me. This just it, shit's about to get pretty fucking weird around here. Gonna drink again. 'Cause aliens, they ain't my friends. Little pros are just alien dildos in your butt. The worm is in my butthole, the worm is in my butthole, the worm is in my butthole, and it's making me itch. It's gonna be a struggle, the worm is in my butthole, it's gonna be a struggle trying to shit out this bitch. Singing like malaria, causing mass hysteria. It's in my underwear, and in my booty area, down in my anal area. Squatting like a terrier, I'm squatting down, I got the shits. The worm is in my butthole, the worm is in my butthole, the worm is in my butthole, it's making me itch. It's gone.
That song is such an earworm, man.
It was wild. There were certain parts of it though, like I pictured people like polka dancing to it.
Oh, the video to it is fucking great because the video to it is like a Japanese disco from the 70s.
Oh God.
Yeah, man, you're gonna be hearing that in your head. You'll be driving to work. The worm is in my butthole. The worm is in my butthole.
That was definitely interesting.
Oh yeah, man. My doppelganger is the one who wrote that song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder how drunk they were when they wrote that shit.
pretty drunk, I would imagine. Nah, man, I freaking love my West Virginia Matt, man. He's awesome. The similarities between the two of us is striking. Besides our first and last names, because okay, my birthday is at the end of January, January the 29th, right? His birthday is January the 24th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're both Aquariuses.
Well, that's like me with my best friend Travis. Our birthdays are 2 days apart, and we're both Leos.
Hell yeah. Oh wow, we're polar opposites, dude, on the freaking zodiac
Yeah.
sign. I used to have a card that was a twisted astrology card, and it was all the worst possibilities for your sign. And I got one for my friend Greg. We're mean to Greg. we really are. We can't help it. We can't help it. He's got a speech impediment, and he has an inability to control the volume and intensity of his voice on top of his speech impediment.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but we call him Gwegory. The quickest way to piss him off, though, is to call him a paladin. We played Dungeons. We played Dungeons and Dragons forever. I've played since I was 13, and I reverse engineered the game from a first edition monster manual. That's how big of a nerd I am. And he's like, I'm not a fucking paladin. Paladins are lawful good. I'm chaotic good, if anything. No, you're a paladin, Greg. Just deal with it. Fuck you, Matt.
See, you calling him Gregory. Automatically, I just heard Princess Bride and him going, marriage.
Yes, marriage is an institution between two people who love one another.
I love that movie.
Me too. I can't wait to show my kid.
Yeah, I can't wait for my kids to watch that one too. I'm kind of getting them started early on stuff like that. Like they've already watched Willow
Nice.
and they loved it. So I'm trying to do it right.
Oh man, I saw freaking the actor who plays Willow. Fucking goddamn it, what's his name?
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, Warwick. Yeah. He was at a convention, a Star Wars convention, because of course he played an Ewok.
Yeah, he was Wicket.
Wicket, the Ewok, and he was on stage with the original actor who played Boba Fett,
Nice.
the actor who played Jango Fett,
Nice.
and the actor who played young Boba Fett.
Hell yeah.
And the thing is the two who played the Jango Fett and the young Boba Fett, they're Maori. They're from New Zealand
really?
and stuff. So they got them to perform the haka. Have you ever seen the haka performed?
No.
Oh, it can send chills up your spine when you see a group of Maori warriors performing the war dance.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like kumate kaora kaora. Fucking love that.
Kind of
Shit.
like the Samoans with their tribal shit.
Well, the thing is, the Samoans and the Maori, all the Polynesians, they're all one people.
Okay.
Their cultures are similar because they're essentially the same culture. It's just like they all started off on the island of Tonga, and then they exploded from the island of Tonga, and they colonized New Zealand and as far freaking it would be as far to the Western Hemisphere as Easter Island. You know,
Now, I've seen a lot of the Samoans' little rituals and stuff like that. Oh my God, who's calling me?
It's Skinner.
No, that's my mother. I'm gonna mute you for a second. If you want to go ahead and start that next song, you can.
Okay. Alright. While J-Bomb is talking to Mama, we'll get to the next song, which will be, assuming my YouTube starts working again. Let's see. What next song should we play, guys? Oh, come on. Stop being stupid, YouTube. Alright. We'll do... We'll do one more from the Renfields, and then we'll pop off. For the last song, we'll do... the last song after the Renfields will be from Hangman's Ghost. So next we'll be listening to the Ramones Zombie Massacre. Check it out, folks. Mama doing?
She's doing all right. She's called me and let me know there's some guy on a 4-wheeler at the end of my road. Said he's broke down.
Oh, that
But
sucks.
she said he was acting real suspicious though. So she told me keep my eyes open.
Yeah, we've had issues with people up here. We got the house next door to me. My aunt and uncle also own, and the freaking tweakers want to keep breaking into the place, trying to steal copper and shit.
Uh-huh.
My uncle told me, he said, Matt, you do know that the castle doctrine also extends to that property over there, right? Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Does Virginia have the castle doctrine?
I have no idea.
See, up here we have the castle doctrine, which means a man's home is his castle.
Oh yeah.
So if someone were to come onto the property here and commit a felony or any type of crime, I have the authority to use up to and including lethal force to get them to stop.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got no trespassing signs all over my property, and I have a shotgun and a rifle. So if I don't know you and you come in here starting shit, I'll put a bullet in your ass. I don't care.
Fuck yeah. I'm not allowed to own a firearm, so I have to go with the whole archaic means, but I've got, I don't know, did you see the picture of the spear I shared in the group chat?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that sitting by my door. I've got a bow staff beside my door, hanging up on the wall beside the door. I've got a pair of nunchucks.
Nice.
A cold steel Viking battle axe by the front door. The katana I bought my daughter when she was born by the front door. Leaning up against the wall by my didgeridoo, I've got a cold steel big bore blowgun.
Nice.
In my bed, I've got a cold steel kukri, several sharp knives, and a satchel of throwing daggers.
Sweet.
And then I've also got my tomahawk peace pipe, full functioning tomahawk peace pipe. I've named him. His name is Chief Keef.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gonna get medieval on a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I was talking to Colossus at the show because he wanted to know what was the reasoning why I wasn't allowed to own a firearm, because he's got a friend that works with Second Amendment cases and stuff like that, and he wants to use my situation as a case to bring up to him and ask him if there's anything that can be done about it and stuff.
Nice.
But I told him, I said, yeah, up until then, I'm just going to get myself a trebuchet. You know, because a trebuchet can hurl a 90-kilogram stone over 300 meters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had
mess some shit up.
I had a friend of mine named Philip. The thing is right, he can't stand whenever I'm in my depressive funk.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Matt, you never do anything to better your life, blah, 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 blah. If he could see me now, it's like night and day. You know, like, ever since I've joined MAD, something, like, switched in my brain. Like, right now, I would be in my seasonal depression.
Oh, really?
You know, the big test is going to be around my birthday, because that's when what started my depression, my chronic depression.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff happened. I was 7 years old. I was just turning 7, and my grandpa Martin died on the 27th of January, 1992, and we buried him on my birthday.
Oh, damn.
And that's fucked with me my entire life.
I bet. I mean, that fuck with anybody.
And it doesn't
But
help
yeah,
that that year was also the year that my mom's boyfriend Tracy started molesting me.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I didn't get to kill the motherfucker. Cancer got him, but I still feel cheated because he wasn't buried. He was cremated, and I was going to go to his grave and freaking take a big ass shit on his tombstone.
Hell yeah.
No, his ass got
But
cremated.
yeah, you talking about the weapons that you have in your house?
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same as you, except I ain't got as much. But like in my bedroom, I'm looking at a .22 rifle on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
20 gauge shotgun, and a compound bow. And the thing is, the compound bow I shoot better than I do the guns. So if you come on my property and you see me with the bow, get the hell out of here.
Right?
In my living room, I have a katana hanging over my son's bedroom door. And then I'm not sure. Have you ever watched Walking Dead?
Oh, yeah.
I have my very own Lucille that I made myself.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the one I keep telling people. If somebody comes to break in my house, that's the one I want to get first. I want to get Lucille out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a barbed wire baseball bat, full on barbed wire, and it's dangerous. So that'd be the first one I'd want to grab if somebody tries to fuck with me.
Yeah, this year, this year technically. It's not last year yet, Matt. This year I got my daughter for her birthday I got her a pride flag and a boken. Because she wanted to know when she's going to get her katana. I told her, I said, when you turn 16, I'll give you your sword. But until then, I'm going to get you a boken so you know how to use your sword.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's like, the sword I bought her, it only cost me $90 because there was a store up at the Cross Lanes Super Center area where our Walmart and the Mardi Gras Casino is.
Uh-huh.
And it was called Excalibur Gifts. It was run by
the sound of that place.
It was run by a Chinese dude by the name of Tim. He had 2 locations. He had one in the Super Center up there at Cross Lanes, and he had one in the Huntington Mall. Well, he's long since that business is long since gone. He now sells out of the Milton Flea Market, I think. I'm not sure if he's still down there or not. But I bought it for her a week before the day she was born. And after she was born, I brought her up there so that Tim could meet her. And he pulls out this freaking rope, red silk rope and jade Chinese ornament thingy, and gives it to me for her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I miss that guy. He was awesome. He'd known me since I was 15 years old, and if I'd had the money, he had actually offered to sell me and my friend Tim McCormick the store.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
Sounds like it.
I was gonna buy a suit of chainmail, and he ordered it for me. And before I even paid for it, he had me try it on to make sure it fit. And whenever the hole was too small for my head, he said, "No, I send it back. You no pay."
Nice.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me buy anything that was crap.
That's awesome. That's the kind of person you want.
You know, I'd look at some fancy wall-hanging sword on the wall and like, "Hey, Tim, let me see that." He'd look at me and say, "You don't want that. It'd break."
He's looking out for you.
So he gave me a discount on the katana. It was originally a $200 sword, and I got it for $90 because it's loose in the scabbard. Like, you know how it's supposed to lock down in there, right?
Yeah.
Well, my daughter's sword is a bit of a whore. She'll come out for anybody. And I named the sword for her. The sword's name in Japanese is Benishi, and it translates to Crimson Death.
Nice. I like it.
And it's a maroonish, purplish red color. And I recently, like over the summer, or no, early spring, I bought a car off of one of my neighbors up the hill, a guy I went to school with, named Jeremy, for $200. And I told Bug I got it for her. So when she's 16, she's getting her sword and her car.
Nice.
And the sword, or the car, is the same color as the sword scabbard.
Hell yeah.
So it's a maroon metallic flake paint. She loves it. And this is when I told her about the car, this is when I found out she liked Maroon 5, because that's what she named the car. Her car is named the Maroon 5.
Nice.
She's
Because of my club name, my car is called the Bomber.
the Bomber.
Hmm
When I was in high school, I had a 1969 Dodge Ram conversion van that all of my friends at school named the Stabbing Wagon. And it wasn't because I was fucking bitches in it. It was because I had freaking sharp, pointy objects hidden all over that car. I had shuriken freaking in the visor. I had like the throwing star shuriken. Then I had bow shuriken stuck in needles into the armrests. I had one of my old katanas on a rifle rack strapped to the wall of the van.
Damn.
Yeah, I was loaded for bear. I've always been loaded for bear.
You ready to go to war?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the last name Martin means. Didn't you know that?
Mm-hmm.
It means warlike.
Nice.
Yeah. I've researched the Martin family tree all the way back to a small town called St. Martin in the Swiss-German Alps.
Wow.
And that was in the 1400s.
My cousin actually paid the money to do the research on the Hagerman family.
Mm-hmm.
And Hagerman's actually German for hunter man.
Mm-hmm.
So we was a big clan of hunters in Germany. The funny shit is how we came over to America was we were hired by the Queen to come over here and kill all the settlers.
The Hessians?
And she gave us a bunch of gold and shit and sent us on our way. And, we got here and we was like, you know what? This place is fucking nice. I think we're just going to stay here.
Right? Fuck the Queen. And the Pope.
Yeah. So we kept the Queen's money and we just decided to move in. And we actually settled into fucking what is now known as McDowell County. I don't know why the hell we done that. But we had good moves all the way up to that.
It's like the Martins that I've researched in West Virginia moved from Virginia to West Virginia at the end of the 1800s.
Mm.
And his name was Sir Sidney Smith Martin. He was a blacksmith, and he moved to Nicholas County.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like learning family history. It's always something cool.
So I researched my mom's side of the family, the Higginbothams. The Higginbothams are the reason why I can't date most of anybody in West Virginia. Because I'm kin to all of them.
You're related to everybody.
if you run into a Higginbotham anywhere, that's one of my cousins.
Yeah.
You know. But
That's the way it goes with Hagermans, man. It's not a real common name, so if they're a Hagerman, they're related to me somewhere.
the Higginbotham family, man, are all over this country. I've got freaking cousins down in freaking Arizona. One of them's actually living next door to me now. He's part Mexican. His name's Carlos. And we've got a crap load more of them down there in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, California.
There's a lot of Hagermans in Texas, too. Actually, a bunch of us back in the 50s, over a dozen Hagermans just moved from up here in West Virginia to Texas, and now there's a whole fucking family of Hagermans in Texas.
Nice.
I actually got a friend request from one of them a few years back, and when I accepted it, they was like, so do you know who Hattie Hagerman is? And I was like, yeah, that's my great-grandmother. And they're like, well, we're related. And I'm like, well, okay, cool.
Right? It's like, when I researched, I got the Higginbotham family tree back all the way to the progenitor of the family line, which was Holy Roman Emperor Charlemagne the Great.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And I'm also kin to 7 of the signers of the Magna Carta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 7 of those fuckers are my kinfolk. And then when we got to the New World, they settled in Barbados, and that was because that particular Higginbotham that came over, he was captain of a slave ship.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I found out, I think that's the reason why that my sister Jamie won't give me the results she got back, because she paid for the DNA ancestry test and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she gave the information to my mom, and my mom is absent-minded and lost it. So, and I kept asking my sister to give it to me, give me the information, because I'm the family historian. And she won't give me the information, and I just want to cross-reference what I've already got. And
It's
I figured,
obviously something she's found out she don't want you to know.
and she's one of those. She's a third-wave feminist. She's big into identity politics, and I think the reason she did it is she was looking for oppression points. Well, she found oppression points, except she found out that our family was part of the oppression.
Yeah, they were on the opposite side of what she was hoping for.
Uh-huh. She didn't like it, and she didn't want the information known to anybody else.
Ah.
I officially disowned her this year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she did some dirty shit, man.
I know the feeling, dude.
We're gonna be wrapping up the podcast here in a second, because I'm gonna play the last song by Hangman's Ghost, and then afterwards I'll tell you what happened when we're off the air.
Okay.
Because it's nutty. But
Oh,
we're gonna do Muddy Waters. Is that what I said I was gonna play? Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play Muddy Waters by Hangman's Ghost, and that's gonna carry us out for the end of the show, guys. Y'all have fun. Make sure you get your asses down to the Blue Parrot in Charleston tomorrow. If you ain't got the $5 for the cover charge, bring an unopened toy. If you got to, take one from your kids. They probably have enough.
God knows mine do.
Anything you want to add, J-Bomb, before we start the song?
No, I mean, thanks for having me on. Hope you enjoyed having me with you. And
Oh yeah, dude, I love that.
as I always tell everybody, the way I always sign off with everything is stay metal.
Fuck yeah. You heard it, guys. Stay fucking metal. Alright, here's Hangman's Ghost to carry us out. If YouTube will stop being a cunt.
Let's call this episode "Fuck You, YouTube." Let it buffer a little bit. Yeah, that buffer a little bit. And as we're trying to wrap up.
What I'm going to end up having to do, man, is I'm going to end up having to freaking rip the MP3s off of each of these videos just so I can play them without having to use the internet.
That's probably a good idea.
Pause them again
It's coming clearer that way anyway.
and restart them. There it goes. Myself by saying there it goes. This is the most trouble I've had with anything ever in all of my years of life. Stop fucking up, YouTube.